Hey, I'm Kevin. Welcome to another episode of the Real World Explosion Recaps, and we're in like episode what 7 years because we didn't have an episode last week. So whatever episode we are in, it is getting good, and we left off right where Thomas is talking to Jamie about him not being or not wanting to have like a title, and I think it's just Haley's. It's all Haley's fault. She's getting right into his head, and she is messing with him, and I think that is wrong, and that's what makes the show even better. And that's what it's supposed to be. So I mean, bad for Thomas, but Haley's doing good. So then Jamie is super mad, and she won't talk to Thomas because they clearly like broke up. Haley is now telling Thomas she will go home if he wants to because she is there just to support him and that she wants to see him happy. At this point, Ariel feels really invaded with all the people, and then I mean there is 11 people, and imagine even with 11 people, that must be hard. And P.S. If I look like a mess, I just came home from the gym, so that right now is the time I can do this. So I'm sorry. So then we got Jenny says she will have fun no matter what. Like they brought her ex, so why not mingle with him and have fun with him while he's there? And then we got Jenny talking about feelings with Lauren, and this is kind of weird because they say, well, Jenny makes it clear that she did have sex with Corey, but there was no feelings for him, and that she should know that because she knew it. Lauren heard it from Corey, but she didn't hear it from Jenny, so she wanted just to make sure. And it's awkward because you're like, okay, I know you did this. Okay, I know I did this. So like, whatever, let's move on. And you know what? It seems weird and awkward, but I mean, it doesn't look like a very mature thing, but it kind of is. Like, they're putting aside anything, and they're like, okay, like, whatever, we did this, I know you guys did this, so like, whatever, you know? And we got Corey and Lauren talking about their history, and they've known each other since 7th grade, and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Jamie going for herself now. She is all about herself. She says she's not gonna worry about anybody else. She's gonna focus on herself because this is her moment to shine. She says she is hot, she's gonna mingle in the club, and she is ready. She's gonna look good, she's looking good, and she gets to the club, and she's like, there's a whole bunch of guys here, but the only guy I wanna talk to is Tom. And I'm like, Jamie, are you serious? Oh, freaking God. She had this mindset that she was gonna go out for some guys and stuff like that, and then she could not see she could not see Thomas with Haley, and I really kind of feel bad for the girl, but then again, I'm like, come on. And then we get like this little scene where Thomas is touching like Haley's leg, and Jamie gets really pissed off. And this is what I don't like about her. She's like, don't do that, don't do that. I mean, you guys are not nothing now. Like, just don't say anything. He can do whatever he wants. With the next scene, we got Jamie talking on the phone with her best friend, and she knows everything about Tom. She knows step by step. She knows the whole story. So she just wants to let it all out and tell her that they're not going out no more. And Thomas gets on the phone with her, and like this girl starts like yelling at him and like telling him off, and he gets pissed off because of the way his friend talked to him. And now Jamie is like telling him off too. A whole big bunch of arguing from them after this. Then we get a scene where Jamie is talking to random people, but she's of course doing it because she wants to get like Tom is mad and jealous, but like, don't ask him, are you getting mad? I mean, if you're gonna do it, just go ahead and do it, and just look at his face, and if his face is bad, if he looks mad, then you're doing a good job, but don't ask him, are you getting mad? Because I mean, that's the whole point. So like, I don't get it. So when she was talking to random people, they were going out to this Play City bar kind of thing, And Jamie is actually, no, that was before or after, I don't know, but Jenny is, she is a wild girl. She likes to get loose when she gets her drinks. She's acts a little bit crazy, and I actually enjoy that about her because I can say that I'm a little bit like that too. That I get a little bit crazy. Well, not crazy, but I'm a freaking loud person. I'm a loud person, and if I'm like enjoying myself, I get louder. And I totally understand Jenny, but Brian is does not like that. And I mean, sometimes you cannot tell people that because if you're with that person, it's because you enjoy the way they are. So like I totally don't understand how he always gets mad, or that's the reason he always gets mad. If I bet that he knew before they were boyfriend and girlfriend that she was like that, so they start bickering because Brian is really really embarrassed because she's like doing crazy stuff in the streets, and I am freaking enjoying it. And Jenny is mad at this point because she's like, this is how I am, like you know how I am, and if you don't like it, like fuck off. So this is brought to the house, and then Ariel tries, to like go in and be like, okay, are you okay, Brian, like this and that. And Jenny comes up and tries to get in the conversation with it, but we see Brian writing. Brian is writing a thought, what is it called? A thought record, which you write your emotions and blah 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 blah. But then the craziness happens, and this is why I freaking love Jenny. And Brian does seem like he is a very what's it called, a very emotional person. And I thought he was gonna be like this tough ass dude, which he is, but he has emotions and he is not afraid to show them. And I like that, I can respect that. So he goes and sits down by the kitchen, and she's making this like type of sandwich. I don't know, she's cutting up something. And I like what she tells him. She's like, go do something productive with your life and act your age and this and that. But it's like a mother talking to his kid. And then Brian is like, he was like, stop pointing with me with a knife. And she grabs the knife and she starts freaking dancing with it. And that thing I thought just was hilarious. Like I was cracking up. And then he's like, you are freaking crazy. But before this, we actually got Thomas on the phone with his dad, and he wants advice, and he like the girl advice and da da da. And I think his dad basically told him, live the moment. Like, don't worry about what's gonna happen in 6 months. Worry about what's gonna happen today, today. So he kind of rethinks everything, and he goes back to talk with Jamie. I don't know, later, and he actually wants to be back with her again. And I think I'm like, okay, Thomas, you're just all over the place. Like, people don't even know you guys broken up and you guys are going up and being boyfriend and girlfriend again. I mean, but you know what, it seems pretty cool that he can actually talk to his father and tell him, give me advice, and he actually followed the advice. So like, even though he's a big mess, good for him. So then we have some little moments that Corey and Lauren are sharing in San Francisco, and they're going here and then going over there. And he says that it is hard living with Jenna because he has never lived with Jenna before. Like, you've never lived with a person before, but now living with that person is different. And then we have a little scene where Thomas tells asks Haley what she wants to get from the show, but then they start arguing, and like she just wants to support him. And then Brian talks to Jenny about him and her, and they get all lovey-dovey again, lovey-dovey again, so they're good now. And finally, Lauren and Corey get it in, and then a few time later she gets like sick, and she goes to Walgreens and she gets a pregnancy test. She takes it and it's positive, and she tells Corey at the end, and she starts crying, and that's how it ends. And I don't even think that it's his, because not from one day to another you're gonna get pregnant. Anyways, that's all for today. So thank you very much. I'll see you later, alligators. Bye bye.